This summer I made 3 short films in 3 months. That's 1 short film each month. Would I do it again? So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Patrick. I'm a 21-year-old director, producer and filmmaker from Croatia. I've been making films since I was about 10, and last year I finished my first professional short film called Circle of the Soul, which has now been submitted to around 20-ish film festivals, and it even got me a Best Director nomination at the Amsterdam Film Festival across all categories, which was pretty fucking surreal. For the past 3 months, I've been focused on creating 1 short film every month through the summer, sharing the process and hopefully inspiring more filmmakers to just start, even with no budget. So let me try to answer the question: was it worth it? Yes and no. It really depends, and it's quite nuanced. So what did I learn from this experience of making 3 short films in 3 months? One thing I learned: it is extremely difficult to actually make everything work in a month. From writing to getting the locations, shooting, getting the weather to cooperate, and actually pulling everything through in a month, it's extremely difficult, but I'm extremely glad that I did it because it taught me so many things about pre-production, about shooting, about camera, about lighting, about my gear, about myself, about working with other people. I met a lot of other talented people that I'm gonna collaborate with on a bunch of next shorts, from actors to people who are gonna be behind the camera, taking behind the scenes pictures. So it is overall an extremely amazing experience that I would recommend because it really pushes your limits. And we decided to push our limits even further with writing it because we kind of crossed off the horror genre, because Bruno and I are really big fans of horror, so horror ideas were coming left, right and center, but we wanted to, really push ourselves creatively to make something that is not horror. So that was extremely difficult as well, but again, I'm super happy that we did it because it really pushes your limits in every possible way, and you learn so much, and it really changes the way you work and the way you function, and especially because those films are not meant to be short films for festivals. So the pressure of that, okay, it has to be perfect, was off, so we could kind of experiment more with lighting, with different ideas, with maybe some shorts that are more experimental, like Fragments of Her, or some shorts that are more, moody or shoot at night completely, like White Trail. I never shot anything completely at night. So I'm super grateful that I did it, because now if I ever get any client work at night, I know how to handle it. So you really learn so many things about you, about the people you work with, about your gear. So I would absolutely recommend, if you have never done anything like it, to do it. It's gonna be super hard, you're gonna be kind of stressed, and you're gonna ask yourself, okay, can I actually do this? A lot of times. But if you really push through, it's gonna be extremely rewarding experience. So yes, I would definitely do it again if I hadn't done it before. But would I do it again now that I actually have that experience behind me? Not so sure. I'm super grateful that I did it because I actually learned, as I've said, a lot, but also I kind of figured out that I really want to make some shorts, and for the next projects, I would really like to give a lot more of myself into the shorts, so they are not super rushed with writing, they're not super rushed with editing, they're not super rushed on set. So I would really like to make some films in the future to be more like Circle of the Soul. So we were writing that film for 6 months, I think, or something like that. I was editing it for a really long time, so I had to, get everything right, color grading, sound, make everything perfect, because I really am a person who, if I start something, I really want it to be the best level that it can, considering the circumstances, of course. So that's kind of something that is a minus. I really had to do some compromises regarding the quality of maybe the stories or the filmmaking or cinematography, because we were on such a time crunch. Now, don't take me the wrong way, I think it's a great learning experience, and I think you should learn to make stuff on such an extreme time crunch. But did I enjoy making stuff on super high, squeezed schedules? Not as much as I would have enjoyed making all those shorts with, more time taken for everything, and to make everything super detailed and great, and maybe do some more test shots for when the camera clicks for the bottles, so I would know, okay, I don't have to actually buy the bottles, I can just do it completely in post. And for White Trail, so we would have more time to maybe reschedule, to not film in the rain and not to be completely soaked to the bone. Little things like that are good, that you learned to work with that. But also, if you can make an active choice to not do that again, I would not do that again. So yes and no. Will I maybe do some type of that challenge in the future? Sure, I think it would be great, and I think it was extremely fun. But for now and for some near future, I don't think I'm gonna be dipping my toes into a one short film a month challenge. But if you are considering something like that, and if you have never done it before, I would highly recommend it for you as a filmmaker or a creative or a writer or anything that you are or want to be. Getting yourself those limitations and those scheduled time crunches is one of the most valuable things you can give to yourself to improve. So to improve your writing, to improve your creativity, to improve your editing, to improve your just generally thinking under pressure, problem solving on set, and really push yourself to the maximum limits that you can push yourself, given those extreme circumstances. Because if you can do something in those extreme circumstances and actually pull off, 3 short films in 3 months or whatever is the challenge you give yourself, then imagine how great the work can be if you actually have more time to do it. If you actually have, a month just for writing the film instead of a month for everything, or 3 months to write a film instead of 3 months to film 3 short films and write them and everything. So given the circumstances, I think you'll learn a lot, and if you just take everything you learned with you, it's gonna be amazing. And honestly, even if all 3 shorts just turned out completely shitty and horrible looking, I would still do it again, because I think one of the most valuable things I learned is, for me as a producer, filmmaker, is I learned to kind of delegate tasks and ask people, okay, hey, can you give me a hand for this? Can you help me do this? Can, we do this together, instead of just forcing myself and pressuring myself into doing everything. So I found people who I can trust to kind of hand off those tasks to. So that's extremely valuable for me. And I met a lot of extremely great people and that I want to work with again and again and again in the future, especially actors, and just generally the circle and the doors that this opened is extremely well. Plus we all have something to put in our portfolios now as, kind of an experience and just something that we lived through. So generally 10 out of 10 experience. I would definitely do it again, and I would recommend the same thing to you. Now, if you have not seen any of those short films, I'm gonna link them somewhere around here. There's gonna be a playlist for the full, behind the scenes and the shorts that did happen this month. Thank you so much for watching. Drop a like, subscribe, because a lot more content like this is coming soon, and I will see you in the next one.